Sure is a pretty day out today. Got Rosie back in the shop. 1996 F-150 4x4. She's been a good workhorse and I've been neglecting her. So today she's gonna get a water pump. This thing's been leaking out of the weep hole for it seems like half a decade now. And I've been chancing it. I've been riding out my luck. But finally ordered the part, and now it's time to rip half the motor off, break a bunch of bolts, fix a bunch of things, get her better than she has been. Seems like a good plan. We'll see if it goes that way. Let's dig in. Give y'all a little tour here. This is going to be pretty similar for any small block 302 and pretty much any Ford truck of this era. There's just a bunch of stuff here that's got to come off. I haven't really looked at it too much, but now that I'm looking at it, that's probably why I haven't done it in the last 5 years. It's got this massive bracket here. Looks like the air conditioning pump's going to have to come off. Probably power steering. We'll just say everything on the front of the motor is going to have to come off. See, this is why I've waited, because me, you know, if I've got to pull half the motor off, might as well paint it. And then that's gonna escalate, because this motor has 300,000+ miles. Why would you paint a motor? It's got that many miles. As soon as you paint it, it's gonna blow up. That's just the way my brain works. But let's try to stay focused on this water pump. The motor, I mean, she runs like a Swiss watch, so I don't really have any reason to go too in depth. So hopefully this will only be a video on how to replace your water pump. Sweet. Let's begin. We'll start by pulling off this, you know, cold air intake turbo system here. Nope, just my air cleaner inlet tube. Hopefully get some more glide in here, a little more working space. If yours is a factory model, she's going to have a positive crankcase ventilation port. Mine's capped off. I've got its own breather, because this has been off a time or two. Oop. Oh yeah, that's where all the horsepower flows. Yep, got a bit more room here. I guess I'm going to drain the coolant to an environmentally safe container and get the belt off and start taking stuff off. No more procrastination. All right, got the lower rad hose draining. Is this oh, this came right out of there. Okay, I guess I add hose clamps for this. Got the lower radiator hose draining, because this particular radiator does not have a drain on it. Can I use this? Not likely. It's like, shoot. Oh well. I like to kind of take the upper rad hose. Oh, there goes my radiator hose support. Kind of get all that coolant out there. I'm gonna take this one off just so I can get as much room as possible. Yeah, she's needed this for a minute. Whoop, there's the rest. Right, I love making messes. Let's get the belt off. That seems like the next step. Yeah. If you don't have a belt routing diagram on your core support on your hood, take a picture. You can always Google it, but I would recommend taking a picture of how it was before you took it off. You can thank me later. Okay. $15mm shorty socket. That'll release the tensioner. And you can take your snake belt off. Try not to bust your fingers like I just did. Right. Inspect the belt here. Pretty good. No big cracks or anything. It's reusable. Alright, what's next? Get on my step stool here. Alrighty. Probably fan. And then fan shroud. This is actually a magnet for a work light. And it works perfect on the fan shroud to hold my radiator hose away from the fan. Look, sometimes you just gotta use what you got, okay? They didn't know when they made this from the factory that I was gonna use it for that purpose, but it worked. Okay. Water pump actually doesn't feel that bad. Spinning it, normally you can hear the bearing shot. Really doesn't have that much play in it, but it's leaking out of the weep hole. It looks like it's also leaking out of somewhere else. So this is a good time for me to dig in and figure out where else it's leaking. I know it's leaking from the weep hole because I've physically watched it. So, oh me. Let's get the fan off. Alright, to get the fan off, it would behoove you to have a ratchet wrench. These are 12mm bolts. And something excessive to hold the fan. If you're going to be fighting the fan, you can do it with the belt on, but it's probably still going to slip. So, let's see. Tighten, loosen. Yep. All right. What, did you change sizes on me? Okay, it's not a 12mm. I meant to say it was an 11mm. Whoops. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna need a flathead, I do believe. Get in there, don't be afraid. It's only gonna hurt a lot. bending the flathead. Let me reassess here. Alright, I was able to break them free using this kind of wedged in between the two bolts on either side to kind of hold the pulley. I didn't record that because I didn't want to see you busting my hand, or I didn't want you to see me busting my hand all over this motor. So now that they're loose-ish, I can just come in with my fancy ratchet and wrench and ratchet these out. Be good to me, old girl. I'm hoping for no snap bolts, rounded off bolt heads, rounded off nuts, nothing crazy. Textbook water pump replacement, which we all know that doesn't exist. Make my own rap beat. That would be cool. Purdum's Projects does need a theme song. Two more. Come on, little buddies. On a good note, the mass airflow looks pretty clean. Pretty clean indeed. The more I look at this, the more I think at least the AC power steering pump bracket's going to have to come off, which I don't think it's going to be too bad. You gotta be careful when you take these fans off. Don't puncture your radiator. Be gentle. Side to side, wiggle, wiggle. Maybe get a flat blade in here somehow. Too big. Where'd the other one go? I'm already losing tools. I found it. Get started a little bit more here. We'll get a hammer and just lightly tap that. Make sure you wrap it before you tap it. I'm talking about your hands to protect them. Well, get off of there then if you're going to be stubborn. Okay. Can I get you in here now? You want to play ball with us? Frozen there. Let's see if I can find another one. Go on the other side. Okay, I'm back. Put you in here. maybe. Huh? To the other side. Easy does it. Oh, yeah, good and easy. Alright. So, I don't know if I get this fan out, put the fan shroud in or not. Don't remember. Does not appear that way. It's fine. You can rest right in there if you want to. Just don't hit the radiator. Okay. I bet you if I took the AC pump off, I could probably snip it in from this side. Did I cut myself? I did. Yeah. Okay. Almost forgot the most important part. You gotta have a formula bottle, formula can to put your hardware in. Just a dad thing. I don't know what I'm gonna use when my boys grow up. Still got a little bit of time. I'm gonna pop this fan shroud off. It's a little different because this rig here is got a body lift. So I've got drop brackets for my fan shroud. See if it'll come off. Come on. What's it got? What's not on it? Oh, there we go. What's the washer? Wife's on, be back. Alright, so the fan shroud and fan pulled out together. Didn't even cut myself on it. Water pump pulley slides right off because it's just sandwiched in between the fan and the water pump. And now, got plenty of room for activity. The water pump's definitely been leaking a little bit here. Still doesn't feel that bad, but it definitely needs to be replaced. So now we got plenty of room to work. I think that's where I'm gonna end day one. All right, day two. I had to shut her down early yesterday. Wife got home and wanted to go out to eat, so I threw my wrenches on the ground and said, let's go. She's back at it today. I think what I want to do, you may not have to do this. I think we'll take the AC compressor off with the line still attached and set it to the side. And then I'm going to take this main bracket that's attached to the power steering pump off and lean it to the side. You could probably leave them both together. I think it's just going to be too much dangling. So I think I want to separate it. And then I should have full access to this WP here. That's my plan anyway. We'll start disconnecting the AC compressor wiring harness without breaking it. Okay. Cycle switch. I think this is the AC power switch, and that's the cycle switch, I believe. Get that freed up, tucked out of my way here. See you later. These look like a 12 Oof. What I meant to say is they look like a 10mm. So let me grab that real quick. See what we got here. Please don't snap. Kind of like this design Ford used. You can use impacts. Sometimes I like to feel the bolts. What I mean by that is, well, you can feel if you're about to snap something. With an impact, you just, I mean, you know, you really give it to her, and well, you may not know if you're going to snap it until you hear it break. Ratchets, you can kind of feel if the bolt's stretching or if you're about to have a bad day or not. Where's my step stool? There it is. Joy of lifting on working truck. What did I just say? The joy of working on lifted trucks. Yeah. Still hadn't woke up all the way, even though it's the middle of the day. Huh? Yep. All right. Oop, I'm about to fall off. Don't pinch anything here. Can it go further back, maybe? Out of the way a little bit more. Yeah. I should rest there on the wiring harness. Be fine. Yeah. Should be good. You can also use metal coat hangers to hold things up with. Done that before many times. Yeah, that's good. What is this? I don't know. Dirt dauber's nest. You're evicted. Bye-bye. Alright, this looks like 3 5/8 bolts maybe for the PS. Get that out of here, and then should have pretty good access to see if something else is leaking, and then get the water pump out. Alright, 5/8. See how long it takes for me to find one. I think I need to brush up on my bolt head sizes a little bit, because this pump bracket has 9/16 flavor bolts. I'm a little rusty. Oh, yeah. Not so sure these have ever come off. Okay, that's loose. That's a good sign. That's a nice bolt. 1 out of 3. Not too bad. Oh, stay up here. Working on my water pump. I'm so pumped. Am I though? Yeah, I enjoy this stuff. All right. I am a fan of that. All right. You sit right there, maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and take this lower water pump hose off, or radiator hose, whatever you call it. Get off there. Oh, you're gonna play hardball, ain't you? It's okay. I can play that too. Whoa, come off there. You are stuck on there. Loosen clamp more, maybe. Yeah, she was still a little taut. Yep, there we go. In the bucket. All right. Oh, what is this sensor? Don't know. Is that normal? I don't know if that's normal. Yeah. Oh, found my shirt back. Thank you. I wonder if intake's leaking, maybe. Right. We'll take these bypass hoses off and start taking the water pump off. I went ahead and tightened up the thermostat housing. So I don't know if that was seeping, the water pump seeping. I'm hoping it's not an intake or head. It was seeking a little bit. If it is, it's just gonna have to wait. Because if I pull this intake off, I'm detailing this motor. Like I said earlier, why would you detail a motor with 300 plus thousand miles? Even though this is a good running motor, I think I'm just asking for it. Asking for something to happen. You'll have your time, Rosie. You just let me know when you're ready. Honestly, I think I would just rebuild. Probably just pull the motor, dingle ball home the cylinders, re-ring, fresh bearings, fresh gaskets, mason the heads off. Probably just get new heads. I don't know what machine shops are charging these days. rattle can rebuild everything else, and so we're back together. I just had Wendy's for lunch, and I'm leaning my belly over this front clip here. Maybe I won't blow chunks on this engine. Probably will. Oh, came off easy. This little bypass hose, it's gonna be tricky. Going to be tricky. Probably pull the water pump off first. All right. Here is the time. Whew. Okay, that one was loose. Not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything. Never want to jinx yourself. Let me bring you all in a little closer. You can see what I'm doing here. Alright, so this bracket here, it's got the 3 bolts to the head. AC compressor mounts on top of it. You can probably take it off together. I decided to do it separate because I'm weird. Then, of course, you got your lower rad hose, upper rad hose, bypass tube right there. That one that goes in the thermostat housing. And then I think you've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts. Most of them are 5/8. I think this one and the one down there are 9/16. And then it just comes off. So, there you have it. So to break out the big guns, sometimes when you're working with old crusty bolts like that one, sometimes it's good just to hit them with a, shock of Ugga-Duggas. Sometimes you have better luck breaking them free, and this just so happened to be the case. Sprayed it down with some BB Blast, and I think we're in the clear here. So the problem is water pump bolts is they're so long, so you have that much more chance of breaking stuff, especially the ones that run through a water passage like that one. Oh yeah, I'll have to clean that one up with the wire wheel, but I think I've broken the rest of them free, so we should be clear, maybe. All right, after some fight, let's see if I got her at that bypass. Get out of there. It's connected. Let's see if I can get her out. There's a bolt back there that's still. Let me fight a little bit more. Well, the water fight. I caught a water pump. Huh. That's cool. See, look at that. How did I get that out? Look. You're done. Thank you for your service. So the next step, what you would want to do is get in here and, clean up. Clean up on all 4. And, yep. Clean up all the bolt threads. Prepare the new water pump and put that thing back on. time for reassembly. Let's get it. Well, ladies and germs, me and Rosie, we're about ready for the same thing. We're about ready for a drink. Everything's buttoned up. This was, well, I'm not gonna say yet, we're not done. I don't usually get 50-50 because I have water at the house. This was on sale. It is good to use distilled water if you're mixing it because there's science and stuff. Regular water, I think, has more bad stuff, maybe causes more corrosion. Not really sure. Normally I just stick the garden hose in it, but I had this on the shelf, so I think it's 2 gallons. About 2 gallons came out. If we're a little short, I'll add water. So let's fill her up. Then we'll do a leak test. Yep. Always got to check your jugs because I never know what I'm putting in them. Drink up. Once it reaches full in the radiator, I'm gonna fire it up, let the system bleed, let her suck all this good juice in her, and then I'll continuously monitor it and keep topping it off until I'm happy with the level. You guys let me know if this stuff's spilling right back onto the ground. I don't hear it. Seems like she's drinking it up. Be careful with this stuff. It can and will get into your system. Try to remove most of it. Come on. Only spilled 2 quarts. That's okay. She's gonna need a bath after this job anyway. Pour it on down. It's happy hour around here. Nope, I have to pay full price for everything. Well, is it going onto the ground? What's going on here? Houston, we're gonna need more water. Oh, I see it. Let her sit for a second. I'm gonna need to fill that one up. I have a feeling we're gonna need some more. I'm gonna go do that real quick. All right, I'm back from the hose pipe. Wait, isn't that what you just told them not to do? Yeah? Look, I drank from the hose pipe when I was a kid and I'm perfectly fine. No, I'm not. Maybe that explains it. Anyway, give her one little more drink and we're gonna fire this bad Larry up. This water looks like Sprite. Oh well. Okay. Got the keys. All my tools are clear. Everything is assembled. Fan doesn't hit anything. All right. Watch for leaks. Here we go. Hey, she's running. I'm gonna monitor it for a little bit, let her run, let her get up to operating temperature. Should be good. Thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned for more.